What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. It's Joanna here, founder and CEO of Supwell. First of all, happy holiday weekend. We're essentially through with summer. I love this part of the calendar because this is when we start to see all that hard work from that summer training start to pay off. This morning it is 61 degrees outside. I've been running in 85-degree mornings all summer, and it's just so nice, get that cool crisp air, that heart rate is low, everything feels nice and smooth. So nice work guys, making it through summer. Today I'm gonna go through those best Labor Day sales. This is a great time of the calendar year too for buying running shoes because these brands are trying to liquidate a lot of that summer inventory, which means not only do we have good shoe deals on last year's models, but we have great gear deals too. So I'm gonna highlight the best 10 shoe deals here, but every single one of these websites that I'm mentioning, REI, Fleet Feet, Running Warehouse, they have awesome deals on all that summer running gear as well. Other thing I have to get on my chest before I go through this video is support your local running stores, man. So I've seen a lot of chatter online recently about how, local running stores only give people the Ghost and the Glycerin and they try to make everyone an overpronator and get into a stability shoe. Maybe some of that's fair, maybe some of that's not, but local running stores do a whole lot more than just funnel people into shoes. They are pillars of the running community, at least down here in Charlotte. So I try to go out there and support mine when I can. So if you see a good deal on these shoes, go call your store or walk into your store and see if they have them. My favorite store down here in Charlotte is Run For Your Life. I spent so much money there last year that they sent me these coasters. I also got, let me see. And I'm repping them today. So rep your local running stores. All right, guys, let's get into it. So I will link to the video I did a few weeks ago with the best running shoe deals. A lot of those are still active. The Shift 3, the Adizero SL, the Pegasus 39. I tried to surface 10 new deals for you guys, but I'll link to that one so you can comb through and see if any of those interest you as well. All right, first up, we got a fan favorite. That's gonna be the SC Trainer V1, and it's on sale right now for $125 at Running Warehouse. This is a really great shoe for easy miles, for long runs. It is on the heavier side, but it has a carbon plate and the awesome fuel cell foam, which we also see in the Rebel. This is gonna be a really good shoe to get you through that back half of fall marathon training if you're in that later stage of your build and you're just drowning in those miles. Great one to pick up to take some of that load off and keep you chugging through those aerobic pace miles. All right, next up we got the On Cloudgo for $105 over at REI. This is a shoe that kind of flies under the radar. I personally love On as a brand. I like the firmer feel of their shoe. I like that they're innovating with some of that tech, and in the Cloudgo we have a kind of similar feel to what we see in the Cloud Stratus, where it's a bit lower to the ground than the Cloudmonster. It's not as soft as the Cloudsurfer, but it has that nice snappy feel from those pods. If you're looking for a daily trainer that's a bit on the firmer side but also sleek, maybe you don't like the Adizero SL because it doesn't have as much brand cachet as an On, then this is a great time to go pick up that Cloudgo for $105. On doesn't run a ton of sales, and there's a few going on right now that I'm gonna highlight, so if you're looking for a new On shoe, check out these. All right, next up we got the Boston 12. Now this is a shoe that recently came out. We all know Adidas is a bit weird with their pricing and sales, but you can find it for $130 right now at Zappos. This is a pretty cool colorway too. It's that tennis ball upper kind of colorway. This is gonna be a great shoe for long runs, for tempo work, for interval training. I had a commenter mention that she loved this for that shorter, faster work because it could really pick up the pace from those energy rods. I personally absolutely love the Light Strike Pro that's in the Takumi Sen. And it's the same formulation here in the Boston 12, but they've just added Light Strike underneath as well in the heel to stabilize it. So you got that nice EVA heel for stability and that snappy supercritical TPEE up on the top layer for some pop. All right, next up we got the Cloudmonster for $135, and for $130 there's two different colorways. I'll link to both of them. The $135 one is white at Zappos. The $130 one is a dark blue green color over at REI, and this is one of my favorite daily training cushiony type of shoes. I got my pair right here. It's nice and snappy, it's nice and cushioned, it's got these big cloud pods, and came out last summer. I'm assuming they're coming out with the new version sometime in the next 6 months. So if you don't like either of these colorways, maybe hold on, see if they'll drop the price. They also look to be coming out with a new iteration, maybe not a Cloudmonster 2, but I'm calling it the Cloudzilla, where it seems to be some P-backs in there. So interesting things coming out of the On camp, but a few of their shoes on sale right now. Cloudmonster is a good one if you're looking for a recovery shoe. Next up, we got Saucony. They're running a 20% off sale on all of their clearance items. So there are some exclusions. It doesn't apply to the Shift 3, which they have on sale for $120. But what it does apply to is the Triumph 20. So if you apply that 20% sale to the discounted Triumph 20, you can get this for $88, which is an insane deal for a great shoe. I have mine still going strong at 300 miles. I took them out the other day in the rain because I have the waterproof version, and I hadn't worn them in probably a month because they're at 300 miles, but man, those things are just humming along really nicely. So that Power Run Plus foam in there is one of the most durable in the game. If you pick up one of these pairs, they'll probably last you for the next year and a half if you want to extend them that long. Next up, I got another on for you. It's the Cloudsurfer over at Fleet Feet. It's gonna be $120, normally $160. I highlighted this one last time, but keeping it in here again because this is a really good deal. It's a nice, soft daily trainer. Not as bouncy as something like the Nova Blast or even the Rebel, but it's gonna have a nice compressive, comfortable feel that's not super heavy like you'd get in the Gel Nimbus. So if you want a softer daily trainer for those everyday running miles that you're gonna be tackling in the back half of that marathon season, go ahead and pick up the Cloudsurfer. Next up, I got a little fun one here. It's the Salomon Glide Max TR over at Running Warehouse. This one kind of got mixed reviews. Some say the upper fit's weird, it's a bit too hot. Others say it's a speed goat killer. I personally think it looks so cool. If you have any fall hiking trips or camping trips planned, this would be an awesome one to just take for the weekend as a casual shoe. How I use my Norda 001 sometimes, or that Nike Pegasus Trail 3 that I have. They have this absolutely awesome, it's like a blueberries and peaches and cream colorway. So if you want an outdoorsy, off-roady type of shoe that maybe you're not gonna be crushing an ultra marathon in, but looks sweet when you go camping with the fam, go ahead and pick up that Glide Max TR. $80 at Running Warehouse. Next up, we got the Streakfly. Now, there's a few different deals on this in different sizes, but the headline is it's $95 in the one that's most sizes for this baby blue, shout out Columbia blue colorway. Streakfly is a lower to the ground 5K, 10K racers using that same ZoomX that we see in the Vaporfly and the Alphafly, but here it's a lighter, leaner, meaner construction, and there's no full length plate, there's just a midfoot shank for stability. So my guy Cam absolutely loves this thing for interval workouts and for shorter, faster stuff. So if you're looking for that shoe to replace, maybe you've been using your daily trainer for that through the first half of your training block, you can go ahead and pick up the Streakfly, slot it in for those faster days. Next up, I got another one on the trail side for you. That's going to be the Altra Lone Peak 7. Now, the Lone Peak is a legendary trail series from Altra. It has those wider foot widths, and it's also that versatile shoe that can clomp through the moss, clomp through the mud, clomp through the muck and the rocks, and get you to where you need to be out in the mountains. So if you're looking for that really versatile shoe, again, for camping, for hiking, or for trail running, maybe you're training for an ultra marathon or a shorter distance trail race, then Lone Peak 7 will be a great option. Finally, we got the Atreyu Daily Trainer. Now, Atreyu is a super underrated brand. They serve up these awesome, simple, low-price designs, and we're seeing the Daily Trainer listed for around $85 over at REI. Now, this is gonna be, as is in the title, a daily trainer, really versatile. That bottom is also pretty grippy, so if you are looking for something that can do light trails, this is a good option. It's also pretty cool looking, so if you want a gym shoe or a casual shoe, this could slot in. And because it is a more underground brand, if you want to be the first in your friend group to rock something cool, put them onto the game, go ahead and check out that Atreyu. All right, guys, there we have it. Those are the 10 best deals for Labor Day weekend. I'm absolutely pumped that we're out of the hottest part of the calendar, and now we can hit those speed workouts at the actual paces that they're prescribed and not be convincing ourselves that we're doing the right thing even though we're 20 paces slower. Anyway, I hope you banked a lot of fitness this summer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I'll make sure to keep you up to date on the latest and greatest in the world of running shoes.